Welcome back everyone to another episode at Planet Zoo, taking a look at some of the blueprints on the Steam Workshop. And we even have some Halloween pieces, so stay tuned for those. Our first piece is called African Elephant Habitat, and it's made by Jinn Tacc. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $40,000. Thank you so much, Jinn Tacc. What a beautiful habitat you've made here. We have a really fun piece here made by Nerdy Narwhal 133, and it's called Disney Pixar's Wall-E Shop. And you can bring this into your zoo for right around $4,000. Thank you so much, Nerdy. What a fun piece. Our next piece was made by Sunny, and they call this African Elephant Water Fountain. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $7,000. What a really fun piece. Thank you so much, Sunny, for sharing with the community. We have two pieces here made by Baroness Diesha. They call this first one African Fruit Stand Small. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $1,000. And then we have the African Meat Stand number 2, and you can bring that into your zoo for right around $1,600. Thank you so much, Baroness, for bringing us these two very nice pieces that can be added to just about any zoo. Our next piece was made by a Drac. They call this Asian Holy Mountain Shelter. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $31,000. Thank you so much, Drac, for bringing us this very nice habitat. Our next piece was made by khixan. They call this ZooLation Entrance. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $24,000. Thanks so much, khixan, for sharing this very, very nice entrance with the community. Our next piece was made by ZZ. They call this Aquatic Pack, and we've shown some of these animals on our videos before from ZZ, and now they've gone on ahead and created an entire aquatic pack. So you can bring this into your zoo for right around $29,000. Thank you so much, ZZ, for bringing us all these very nice aquatic animals to the Steam Workshop. Our next piece was made by rvsmum. They call this Splash Zone Swimming Complex. You can bring that into your zoo for right around $42,000. What a truly great piece you've made here. Thank you so much, rvsmum, for sharing with us on the Steam community. Our next piece is called Bengal Tiger Sphere. It was made by SpooXX. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $78,000. Thank you so much, SpooXX, for posting on the Steam Workshop. What a lovely, lovely habitat and guest visitor center. Our next piece was made by Carlos at G72. They called this motorcycle. I also found it under bikes. You can bring this into your zoo for right around 1.7. Thank you so much, Carlos, for sharing this very nice build with us. Our next build was made by BlissBomb. They called this walkover bridge with waterfall and shops. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $47,000. A really, truly beautiful piece here you've made, BlissBomb. Thank you for sharing with us on the Steam community. We have a very nice piece here made by Joe Black is Back. They call this Half Timber House. -2 shops and a toilet. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $19,000. Thank you so much, Joe Black, for posting on the Steam Workshop. What a very, very nice, clean piece this is. Our next 3 pieces were made by Lucia. They called this first one Fence Set Africa. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $500. And then we have the Fence Set Stone and Clay, and that's also for right around $500. And then we also have the Fence Set Palm Leaf for right around $2,000. Thank you so much, Lucia, for sharing these very nice fence pieces with us on the Steam Workshop. Our next 3 pieces are all Halloween pieces, and our first one was made by adamUp. It's called Halloween Pumpkin Shop. He gives credit to K. Holland, 1990, for the Scarecrow, and MTKLD for the water well. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $10,000. What a very fun Halloween piece you've made here. Thanks so much, adamUp. Our next Halloween piece was made by Pandannah. They call this Halloween Spooky Graveyard Shop. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $5,000. Thank you so much, Pandannah, for sharing this very spooky graveyard with the Steam community. Our last Halloween piece was made by Dommel, 1985. They called this Haunted House by Dommel, 1985. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $17,500. Thank you so much, Dommel, for bringing us this very spooky Halloween house. We have a very nice grizzly habitat here by LWWYL. You can bring this into your zoo for $41,000. Thank you so much, LWWYL, for posting on the Steam Workshop. What a really nice habitat you've made here. Our next piece was made by Justnette. They called this a Giraffe South America. I also found it under Giraffe Ruins Habitat. You can bring this into your zoo for $23,000. Such a nice giraffe habitat. Thank you so much, Justnette, for posting on the Steam Workshop and sharing it with us. Our next 3 pieces were made by Pauline 6891. They call this first one Australian Art number 1. And then we have Australian Art number 2. And then we also have Australian Art number 3. You can bring all of these into your zoo for right around $8,000. Thank you so much, Pauline, for bringing us these 3 Australian art pieces to the Steam Workshop. We really appreciate it. Our next piece is a Himalayan brown bear habitat made by ManaJanee. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $31,000. Thank you so much, Mana, for posting on the Steam Workshop and bringing us this very, very nice habitat. Our next piece is made by GCassa. They call this Vertical Rainforest. You could bring this into your zoo for right around $54,000. Thank you so much, GCassa, for bringing us this vertical rainforest. What a lovely, lovely piece. Our next piece was made by junobeach 6. They call this Mayan Temple Capuchin Habitat, and you can bring this into your zoo for right around $12,500. Thank you so much, junobeach 6, for posting on the Steam Workshop and bringing us this very nice habitat. Our next piece was made by Mutt81. They call this Entrance New World. You can bring this into your zoo for $47,000. Thank you so much, Buddy, for posting on the Steam Workshop and sharing this very nice entrance with us. Our next piece was made by dinotitan 13. They call this Desert African Enrichment Items. I also found it under Enrichment EWU. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $4,000. Thank you so much, dinotitan, for posting these wonderful pieces on the Steam Workshop and sharing with us. Our next piece is called Peafowl Walkthrough Habitat. It was made by Matherno. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $17,000. Thank you so much, Matherno, for sharing this very nice walkthrough habitat with us on the Steam Workshop. Our next piece was made by Nelakori. They call this Big Jaguar Habitat. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $16,000. What a lovely habitat you've created here in Nelakori. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Our next piece was made by PeteUhr, and they call this Warehouse Props Backstage Collection. You can bring these into your zoo for right around $34,000. What great extra pieces that anyone can use in their zoo. Thank you so much, PeteUhr, for sharing with us. Our next piece is called Animal Big Shelter and Restaurant by Nathanek. You can find this on the Steam Workshop under a free Pesos. I also found the shelter name under Big Shelter by Nathanek. You can bring this into your zoo for $67,000. What a very, very nice shelter build you've made here, Nathanek. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Our next piece was made by Stone Jesus, and they called this Tribal Australian Vivarium. And you can bring this into your zoo for right around $12,000. What a very nice piece you've made here, Stone Jesus. Thank you so much for sharing with the community. Our next piece was made by giannasister. They call this Swedish inspired building, and you can bring this into your zoo for right around $20,000. Thank you so much, giannasister, for sharing with us. Our next piece was made by Spotagius der Weise, and they call this New World Entrance / staff. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $42,000. Thank you so much, Spotagius, for bringing this very nice entryway to the Steam Workshop and sharing with us. Our next piece was made by iamrobustus. They called this North American Desert House. You can bring this into your zoo for right around $22,000. Thank you so much, iamrobustus. The interior of this building is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you everyone for joining me in today's episode. If you enjoyed this series, please be sure to leave a like. I really do appreciate it. And I also love hearing from you guys. And also, if you'd like to be here for next week's episode, please be sure to subscribe. We will see you guys all back then. You take care.